Marnie Sola, and I'm a 5th grade math and 6th grade English teacher with the Pennsylvania Cyber Charter School. I am currently enrolled in the Franciscan University's Master's Program in the course Instructional Materials and Web-Based Instructional Design. In this presentation, I will discuss how and why I would implement the use of a Twitter account into my classroom. My analysis will identify a need, detail how the usage of Twitter can solve this problem, anticipate possible barriers, and provide solutions to these barriers. Within my 5th and 6th grade virtual classroom, there is a strong need to build a class community outside of the allotted and planned instructional time. In my classroom, I have a need for my students to feel respected, accepted, and part of the group. The students are only with each other for a 50-minute period, and in a cyber school, some students may experience a lack of communication with peers outside of class time. I additionally have a need for my students to build critical skills necessary for the 21st century. Critical 21st century skills include communication, collaboration, and sharing. So how will the use of Twitter solve this problem? Twitter is a Web 2.0 tool that can be used within the classroom setting to build a classroom community. Students are familiar with the use of social networking tools and may feel more comfortable connecting with their classmates through this outlet. They would be able to voice concerns within an environment with which they are familiar. Through encouraging communication outside of the classroom, students will feel welcome and connected to their teammates. Students will have the ability to interact with 24-hour, easy access. Students could post questions or comments to one another to consider. The constant and easy communication would also help to develop a positive relationship between myself and the students. I would easily be able to share quick information with all of my classes and students. I would have the opportunity to connect with the students in a personal manner outside of class time. Families could also sign up for Twitter and stay connected to what's happening within my classroom. Students who are absent could also remain connected and catch up on work if the teacher posts materials. Aside from simple communication with and between students, Twitter can greatly enhance educational opportunities and promote 21st century skills. I could post simple questions, assignments, or even content to enhance collaboration and creativity. For example, in English, I could have my students take turns posting the next line in a story through the use of Twitter. Or I could ask each student to summarize a chapter, where the whole class would eventually summarize the whole book in 140 characters. The students could practice collaboration and using concise details and summarization skills in both of these tasks. I could also continue discussion questions outside of the classroom setting to have students use critical thinking skills. Students could use Twitter to share work, links, thoughts, and ideas for additional content covered in class. As an educator, I believe I could increase motivation and participation by showing and discussing good tweets during their actual class time. The possibilities for incorporating 21st century skills are really endless. As with most technologies, it's possible to encounter barriers. There are several barriers that I would anticipate encountering with the integration of Twitter into the classroom, but there are also simple solutions to address these issues. There may be initial implementation and startup issues for elementary students with Twitter. Many of these students might be unfamiliar with Twitter, and they might require a lot of structure and supervision to begin. A simple solution would be for the teacher to spend an allotted amount of time in class signing up the students for Twitter, ensuring that it functions appropriately on their computer, and practice different features and usage. I could also create tutorial videos for students to reference whenever they're having difficulties or whenever they're first beginning to tweet. Next, as with all technology, there will be some safety concerns. An issue may be that students could follow inappropriate users or be followed by others. For my younger students, it will be important to explain internet safety guidelines, set some privacy controls, and ensure parent involvement. I would certainly request that parents access their students' account regularly to check on their connections with other people. Finally, I might run into barriers with student misuse. Aside from safety concerns, students may inappropriately tweet classmates or perhaps tweet nonstop. I'm hoping that my students are motivated enough that I would see more tweets than not enough. To address this issue, I would certainly detail some sort of user agreement prior to implementation. I would create clear, concise guidelines detailing what students can and cannot do for their Twitter account in relation to my own classroom. Parents additionally would need to sign this agreement for the elementary students and even older grades. The usage of Twitter in the virtual classroom can help create a classroom community, promote communication, and help students build essential 21st century skills. I intend to begin utilizing Twitter in my PA Cyber classrooms in the near future. This exceptional Web 2.0 tool can really help address my current classroom needs and make my classroom more equipped for the 21st century. That's it for my presentation today. Thanks for watching.